Hi everyone, welcome to Semester 2 of U.S. History. To get started with Semester 2, make sure to first print off the PACE chart. So if you click on PACE charts, you will see the semester's PACE chart. Please remember all assignments in red are graded assignments. The green font tells you where to find the assignment. Blue are our e-session times. Anything in purple is adaptive release. So make sure, remember all assignments in red too, so like these check-in assignments must be submitted as PDFs. So make sure if you'll do them as a Google document, but then make sure you click File, Download as a PDF and actually save it to your computer and attach it as a PDF in Blackboard to turn it in. All of these assignments like check in week 1, check in week 2, they require you to make a copy of a Google document and then you'll be able to write right on that document. Remember, these quizzes are only worth 20% of T3, so make sure you're doing the other assignments here that are in red because they're worth more. One change from last semester is these unit exams will be done on a Google document and then you'll download them as a PDF and submit them as a PDF rather than doing it in the test format. It will be easier then for you to spell check, type them, and some of the exams you don't have to answer all of the questions on them, so make sure you're reading the directions. You do have a DBQ again this semester, so if you look at week 13, it's the same as first semester, where step 1 you're analyzing the documents and responding to the questions that are underneath the documents, and then step 2, which some of you needed work on last semester, you need to still write a normal essay, so at least a 5-paragraph essay with an intro, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. But within your 3 body paragraphs, you should be analyzing at least 4 documents from Part A. That's why it's called the DBQ. It's a document-based question. So make sure you're doing that again this semester. Also, the final is similar to first semester's final, where step 1, you will be writing notes, so gathering information for your presentation, and step 2 is the presentation. So same thing as last semester, you need to turn in part 1 first, which is the notes, and part 2 is the presentation. So some important dates to keep in mind. May 11th is the last day to request to redo an assignment. So make sure to email me prior to May 11th if you have any INCs or any E's. That's why I always recommend to students to work ahead, because if you want to redo at week 16, 17, or 18 assignments, you're going to need to have them done before May 11th to request to redo them. Another important day is May 25th. That's the last day to turn in any work from weeks 1 through 17. And June 1st is the last day to turn in your final. So remember, all of these quizzes cannot be retaken because they're multiple choice and they're only worth 20% of T3, but any other assignment in red can be retaken as long as you request to redo it by May 11th. Another important thing to print off right away is right underneath my grades is target progress. And I have a document right here which breaks down each of your assignments by target, and it allows you to write right on the document what grade you got for each assignment. This will help you keep track of what target grade you're trending for each of your learning targets. I also include a grid on there so you can try to figure out your overall grade, and you're keeping track then of where you're at throughout the semester. So don't forget, I'm always here to help. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or call me. Make sure you're attending those live e-sessions or watching the recordings. I do give answers. I provide time to work. I help you with your assignments on it. So make sure you're attending those. Make sure you're using the Track My Grades sheet so you know where you're trending for each of those targets, because remember, you have to have an APP or higher in each of the 4 learning targets in order to pass the course. Additionally, remember, you also need an APP or higher on the final. So make sure you're using that PACE chart. Make sure you're staying on pace. Make sure you're doing those adaptive release assignments. They're in purple on your PACE chart, so do not forget to do both steps. As always, I'm here to help. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a good second semester.